Hello everyone, my name is Moji, and you're watching Bitcoin Bubble News Channel. A lot of this money is being taken out, so you have the most risk in the market, which is crypto, right? This is why some investors are saying, hey, listen, we're getting scared about the market and risky assets. We still think that these mega cap tech stocks, along with Nvidia, are the best places to be. It looks like money is moving around, which is bad for Bitcoin. We didn't see it. Now listen, I will say that Bitcoin recently hit a low point around the stock market low on August 5th. There is still some connection, but we've definitely broken that down. And I think that's because the stock market has done so well that it's taking so much of the money that would have gone into crypto. Bitcoin Bubble stands out because it is clear and easy to understand. There's no limit to who can join, no matter how much they know about crypto or how new they are to it. Guess who is watching us now? The author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, a smash hit, Joe Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, one interesting thing I think is that when we had that big drop on August 5th, remember, the Nasdaq was down over 5% early that day. We actually talked about Bitcoin and the spot ETF approval high before Bitcoin went down 20%, right? That's why we tried a technical support level again. It was resistance, but we got past it. We put it to the test again. Besides that, you have this parallel route. Yes? In technical analysis, this parallel channel is what we call bullish consolidation after a big move up like this. It seems like the price keeps going up from this low point to 74,000. It makes lower highs and lower lows, but it stays in the up move. In fact, this is a bullish chart for Bitcoin as long as it stays within this parallel range at the end of the day, as the stock market falls. I wonder if Bitcoin will see money move. This is because investors may decide they don't want to be in the stock market as much as they used to. Because, as you said, it's no longer connected. It's possible that cash was leaving crypto and Bitcoin and going to the stock market. It might go the other way a little. That's why I would be bullish on Bitcoin here as long as this parallel range stays in place. Really? Okay, what do you think the next big move for Bitcoin will be? So you need to be careful with the route. That's 69,000 right here. Again, as a technician, what I do is look at its past. We can see that it pulls back every time it hits this line. In the short run, if you hit 69, check to see if it goes down. If it can get past that, 74,000, which would be the all-time high, won't be a big deal. Also, I believe you go a lot higher than that. I'm pretty sure it won't surprise me in the next year or two. Also, I know Bitcoin fans would love to hear first, but I think that 100,000 is a good price for this product. As time goes on, I do believe it is slowly turning into a risk asset or an asset that is less tied to the stock market than gold. I'd say gold more so. Soon, Bitcoin will enter what one expert calls batchet season. This could cause the price of BTC to rise to as high as $150,000 by the end of 2024, but some say a short-term seller overhang could stop the rally. Real Vision expert Jamie Coutts wrote on August 26X that Bitcoin prices are still on track to enter batchet season, also known as the banana zone, unless something has changed fundamentally. Raoul Pal, the founder of Real Vision, came up with this term. In a linked chart, Coutts showed that Bitcoin had in the 365 days after local US dollar index peaks in the last two bull cycles. Using past bull market trends as a guide, he said that PTC could go from about $64,000 in price to as high as $150,000 by the end of 2024, a rise of more than 100%. But some experts aren't as sure about the short term. A fake crypto quant researcher named XBT Manager said that there was a lot of pressure to sell Bitcoin. A manager at XPT wrote in a study note on August 27th that big short-term Bitcoin sellers had started to act. He said that even though Bitcoin had a good rally last week, some metrics that had been resting had started to show signs of movement again. As shown by the 1 meter spent output age bands, short-term users sent 33,155 Bitcoin. This could put pressure on sellers right away. The drop in price suggests that Bitcoin could start a free fall, wrote an XBT manager. He told people to be extra careful if these numbers went up in the next few days, and also said that a possible sell-off could get worse. On August 23rd, the price of Bitcoin went up 6.2%, and it has stayed above the $63,000 mark ever since. Even though the price is moving up, many Bitcoin derivatives traders have not yet turned positive, which shows they are not sure about the recent rise. The Bitcoin futures premium, which shows how willing people are to take risks with swaps, has stayed the same at about 6% for the past month. This means that a lot of skilled traders are still hesitant to open long positions with borrowed money. I agree, and I'm glad you brought up the downside. investors need to know that this has a downside risk, right? So if the markets, and this is what we saw, we look at this BTC price drop that went from 70,000 to 49,000. To begin with, that's a huge drop in just 2 weeks. Investors need to know that if prices break below this level and close each day below it, it could lead to some big losses. Taking out 49,000 would be the next stop for me. The next stop would be the 20% low drop from the spot ETF at 38,000 to 38,000 to 39,000. So just know that it can get crazy. Bitcoin seems to be a bit like gold in that it does better when the stock market is having a rough time, but it can also get lucky. It's possible for investors to lose faith and sell their money, as we saw. Along those same lines, gold prices dropped on the same day that the stock market and Bitcoin did. So when there is a rush, everything is sold. People don't ask questions at that point, they just drop it. That's why I would be very aware of it. This is where the technicals come in again. Is that you should just step away if you see a break in this area. Take a step back, wait for the dust to clear, and then look again. You might be able to get it for a lot less. In technical analysis, a big run is what happens after a strong rise like this on the chart. When this happens, some buyers think, wow, it's gone up so much. I'm not sure what to think about Bitcoin. It's possible that I'm not a hodler. People who want to sell come in, right? But if there were only buyers, the price would fall again. However, buyers are coming out of the bushes and meeting them here, right? The level is now between 50 and 70,000. Even though Bitcoin went up a lot, there are still some buyers. Many people are selling, but there are also many people who want to buy. And that makes this kind of balance between buyers and sellers. And again, this is really amazing after a bull run because you're not just getting sellers who are like, let's just take the money and run. There are still buyers who are ready to step up. Just as buyers eventually get ready to step up, sellers eventually get tired of selling. All the people who want to sell have, right? So what do we get if there are still buyers ready to step up and the sellers who wanted to dropped out? We get the breakout to the top. That's where the next step to the upside comes in. That's a bull. If you're a bull on Bitcoin, you want those sellers to finally say, okay, I got rid of what I wanted to, which means there are no more sellers. Because buyers kept the price so close to the highs, it then goes on its next bull run. When it breaks through the highs, all new buyers rush in to chase the price up. Looking farther away, trader and expert Rec Capital had a positive outlook for the BTC price. Was getting close to taking back the area it had lost after its April block subsidy reduction. He called this area the post-halving reaccumulation range. He said that this scientific event was very important and that it could not be overstated. Basically, Bitcoin's price is getting back in line with how it has been in the past after halving. A chart that went with the article compared how prices changed after the halves this year to how they changed after the halves in 2020. Also, don't forget to join Bitcoin Bubble. Every day for free, the most important news will be sent to your email. I don't understand why you haven't signed up yet. If you liked the movie, click like and subscribe to get more every day. Remember that knowing something gives you power, and we're here to help you on your way to financial freedom. Have a great time buying. Until next time.